You have to pay extra money for confirmation, but this is Brother Supreme. This is the king, brother. You can't leave him anywhere. But the boss is not so simple. Actual option selling is not for retail traders. I'm saying again and again. Don't be fooled. No matter who speaks, whoever speaks is an idiot. There is no option selling for retail traders. A very strong move. It becomes a filter. Where will the very important trend start? The crossover above 25 will start only in the over. Hello friends, how are you all? I welcome you all to your own YouTube channel. Today we will talk about a very interesting topic, which is swing training and swing training using DIDI. Now there is such a unique indicator that was created by Key Wealthfield Jr. Yes, these are the ones who created RSI, and this is the full form of DI, Directional Index. What does it do to the market? By drawing two lines, it is a very unique indicator and its application is also very unique. So today we will show you how this indicator tells us about the direction of the market, and after that we will discuss with you two strategies that can help you in your swing training. So what's the delay to start early? Before today's episode, friends, if you are watching this channel for the first time, have not subscribed, then you will definitely subscribe to the channel. Be sure to like the video if you like it. Let's go ahead and see. Like I said, it's also called DMI. Directional Movement Index is also called. DI is also known as Directional Index. What it does here when you plot the Directional Index, by going to any software, it draws two lines, one plus DI and one minus DI, right? So plus DI tells us that the buying strength is higher right now. This plus DI, if you see right, plus DI and minus DI, then what is this, right? Two lines are plotted on the same panel. And when this plus DI, which is above minus DI, then it tells us that the buying pressure is higher. And when it is above minus DI plus DI, then it tells us that the selling pressure is higher and generally trade at their crossovers. Right when they cross each other, he is taking a trade. So this is a very simplistic way to trade DI. So let me show you how you can see here. So you can see here, this is the price chart. And on the bottom panel here, we have plotted the DI. This orange color DI that you see is negative DI, and the DI of blue color you are seeing is this positive DI. Then see, when the negative DI is above the positive DI, then you can see that the strength of the trend is on the lower side, i.e. the seller is more active. If the selling force is more in the trend, then its basic function here is when it will become a crossover. When it becomes a crossover, i.e. negative DI crosses positive DI and rises upwards, then it forms a sell signal here. But this is not a very simplistic rule. Very simplistic rule. We will not add many layers of confirmation to it. And after that, you will see that this is a single signal. How effective can it help you to confirm your trades? By the way, what is plus DI? See here, this plus DI, this negative when plus D is at the top. This means that the trend is uptrend. That is, the strength of the virus is the strength inside the virus people. The virus has strength inside the people. And like on this crossover here, on this crossover, this normal completely means that we have not used anything yet. If you are looking at just simple crossover, then when this crossover occurs, a buy signal is generated here. The buy signal is generated, and after this buy signal generation, the price starts moving upwards. So generally, this is the whole vanilla signal. I am giving you an idea that this is how the indicator of DI is used. And that's how the DI indicator works. But the boss isn't that simple. What are we going to do? We will add 2 or 3 more layers in this, and many times I will show you when to take this brother of DI, when not to take it, when to consider it, when not to consider it, and what is to be used so that the buy signal or the sell signal becomes even better and we people get more good trades. Then see what we are doing here, that now we are putting a little layer on it. If you are putting a little filter on it, then we have put 1 or 2 filters. See the first filter we have put. That when DI and Joe crossover, or when bullish crossover or bearish crossover is any crossover, the level of 25 is very important. It should be above 25. Meaning when this minus DI is crossing over like this, and this is when the crossover is happening. So if this level is above plus 25, then it is very good. And later by doing this crossover here, this DI which crossed over should go above plus 25. So see here, above 25 strategy is very important. Why over 25? Because this general tells that the strength here has been built up. the momentum has been built up. So now you will see in the previous chart, neither we have talked about any levels here. Look here, there are different levels. This is level 40, level 25, level 20, level 10. We haven't talked about levels here either. But as soon as you go to the next slide, we are talking with you about these levels of when we have to take this crossover. If there is such a crossover, when do we have to take people? This crossover has to be taken only when this crossover is above 25 over here. If it is above the level of 25, then if we filter it, then we have very strong moves that become a filter. We do not get caught in wrong trades many times. So see here below 25, if we take it, then what generally happens is that the market remains range bound, the market remains choppy, and if there are breakouts, the probability of their working decreases slightly. Those who have breakouts don't work so well. So now you see, if you are trading below 25, right? If you are cross sourcing below 25, trading below 25 or both, DMI is below 25, then can you use passive income strategies, which we call option selling strategies, right? What will happen if your market will remain non-volatile? If the market range remains bound, then you will get the money of time, the money of the tick of time. And as this crossover is above 25, then the trending that happens has to be used, whether it is for option buying, whether it is for option selling, by the way. Does not recommend anyone in option selling. Option selling is not just an instrument of selling. That is, whoever wants to sell, yes, money is made in option selling. Money is made in option selling. He talks about option selling. Actual option selling is not for retail traders. I'm saying it over and over again. Don't get caught up no matter what anyone says. Whoever speaks is stupid. There is no option selling for retail traders. And I will tell you this very from my personal experience. And with many people, sir, since 2006, I have been in that market since 2006, right? When these people who were learning option selling were not in school at that time. His mother changed his clothes. I've been in the market ever since. So there will be no money in option selling. Making money is always a directional move. When we do and become in option buying, option selling, I will teach you for free. I have put a video on this channel earlier too. I will bring you another video of money income where I will teach you option selling, which you learn by giving money. Right? So this thing here will take care that do not run away after option selling. Now see this signal here. You are seeing this crossover signal, and where is this crossover signal coming from now? This white line. You are seeing this white line, which is the line of ADX25. Where did the crossover signal come from now? Came up to 25. And not only this crossover, if this positive crossover has happened, this DMI should go above 25. So as this DMI goes above 25, this crossover signal comes above 25 levels here. This is where our signal is generated. This is this hour buy signal. This hour buy signal is generated. And once this buy signal is generated here, then after that, look, the price moves in price, moves with strength, moves with momentum. Then we have got a filter that whenever we see the buy signal or whenever we see crossover signal, whether we learn negative crossover, we see positive crossover, we have to make sure that we see the panel of this DI above 25 levels. Do not look below 25 levels. Right here, the sales signal we are looking at, this sales signal we are looking at. Where are we looking at? When this crossover has happened above 25. If there is a crossover above 25, then you understand that you will get a strong crossover in which momentum and moves can be good. Here is a filter of crossover. We have discussed with you that what is above the levels of 25 should be a crossover. For trending moves, right? Then you note this. Dude, you don't even need to take notes. Friends, watch the full video. You can get this PowerPoint. Do you know what you have to do to get PowerPoint? You have to share this video on a lot of WhatsApp, Telegram, Facebook. You just share this video and let us know on this number 9748173333. On this number, right? Just give us a WhatsApp, sir. We have shared your video. Then our guy who is sitting with this number will give you a link to our website. From there, you will be able to download this complete PowerPoint. Keep it for reference. But now try to understand by watching, right? So now this first condition has become ours, that we have to trade the crossover, but the crossover must be above 25. Now let's see what the crossover was happening here. All of these crossovers were under 25. All of these crossovers were below 25. The price cannot be broken here. This price is what is in this price range. So if you see that these are the D plus and D minus, which is the indicator, They stay below 25 and all crossovers are happening below 25. The crossover couldn't get above 25. After the crossover, whatever is DI or D minus, whatever it is not coming above 25, then it means this is the most time feasible for option sellers who have to sell options, right? Who have to sell options. Those who speak and not those who have to make neutral moves. For those who have to play delta neutral strategies, this phase is right for them. See, I am also teaching you that option selling every month. So now whatever video we will bring for you from here for 234 months, in it I will also teach you mostly option selling. Then you will stay in touch, right? Then watch here this. We have seen where the very important trend will start. It will start only in the crossover above 25. Next, see here, this is the level of 20. Is this a level 20 or a level 25? We are talking about 20. This level of 20 is a very important level. This is the level of 20 to also discratch the volatility. If this volatility stays below the DMI 20, then it means that there is no volatility in the market. And when there is no volatility in the market, now the market is ready. How to look at the market cycle for a move? It runs like this, right? Then look at this one. This is a non-volatile cycle. Breakout occurs from here. Prices are moving upwards. Then see here, then the price which is goes into contraction, then there is expansion from here. Then there is contraction, then there is expansion, then there is contraction, then there is expansion, then there is contraction, then there is expansion. Yes, then when we look at the D indicator, and when this D indicator remains below the level of 2025, right? These 20, you don't just use one level for your confusion. 25, we use level 25 to remove confusion. We will not use the level of 20. Okay, so when this D is going to be below 25, so you understand that the market is not currently in this contraction phase and there is going to be a breakout from here. It is in the contraction phase and there is going to be a breakout from here when you see that the DI has gone below 25 and the price has moved sideways. Such a price has moved sideways. So be ready. Understand that there is going to be some price action movement here because this is a low volatility zone. Now this is the low volatility zone which is from this. If a volatility zone is formed, then we always have to make sure that when we are ready for trade, we are ready from a low volatility place. Let us find places where there is a low volatility area and put those stocks on your watch list. So if this low volatility area is forming after the strong downtrend, you understand, then what is the expectation from here? The price will have a breakout upwards, or it can also be formed in continuation very often. Then it will be a breakout upwards, or this low volatility area is being formed after a very strong uptrend. So what is the probability here that it can go down or form in continuity here? So what is the probability that it can go down from here? So finding this low volatility area is a very big challenge, and this DI, which is our indicator or DMI indicator, solves this challenge for you in a way. So see here, I show you on the charts now. Here you see this trending move. This is a trending move. What is the price doing? Higher tops, higher bottom, higher tops, higher bottom is being made. And you see here that this DI, which is both DI, you see how well the dominant DI is, that is complete. You can see that. Is above the levels of 25, running above the levels of 25. Now look what happened to this DI here. Both the maximum times that went below the levels of 25 are sitting time below the levels of 25. So you look at here, whenever you are telling the time below 25, look at here, it has become non-directional. And after that, look back, there was a breakout from here. Then look back at your direction now. When it started coming here above the levels of 25, it became directional. So now when this DI goes below the levels of 25, what do we have to do? We have to use non-directional strategies like this DI. Whatever the dominant DI is, if you are in the trend, then we know that the plus DI will be above 25. So here we have to use directional strategies. In this we have to use directional strategies. Now, so this DI indicator also tells us about volatility. This DI indicator also indicates to us that there may be some kind of trade here. What kind of trend can become? Then keep in mind that when the DI indicator is visible below 25, then you will keep it in mind that there is no direction in the market. It will be a breakout upwards, that will be a breakout downwards. The dominant DI that will be above 25. See here which is the dominant DI. The blue one is the dominant DI. The plus DI is the dominant one. So what do you have to tell us that the trend is up? So this thing is very important to understand. So now let's come to our first setup, which is enhanced crossover trade strategy. Now listen to this setup very carefully. What have we been doing so far? So far, last time we showed you the first example of the crossover there. We were talking with you about the general crossover, right? Means the general, you saw crossover talked. We just told you that if this crossover is above 25, then it is considered a very strong crossover. Now we are adding the second condition to it. The second condition is adding these. See, when this is a crossover, then when it is a positive crossover, then this is Joe plus DI if we are looking at a long crossover. Should move above the previous pivot of negative DI. Listen carefully. Now, I will now, why a lot of people do not follow it on the internet or why there are not so many videos about it. Because it is a little critical. And what is a little critical? Its chances of success become more. So if you understand these indicators correctly and use them, see with price action, there is price action, right? This is the price action. Apart from this, there is no speed of a man like Supreme. And after that, we use all the rest of the indicators that are in its support. But this brother is Supreme. This is King, brother. There is nothing else. You can't leave it anywhere. Now we're mixing it all with him. So see here, the number one condition is that when we are trying to take long, when we are trying to find positive momentum that is plus D, it will go above minus DI as well as break the previous pivot of minus DI. Does this mean, sir, there is a lot of confusion? Tell me something. I am telling you what is the next condition. Look what the price is. It should come out of the low volatility zone because what did we see? That the high volatility zone will come only after the low volatility zone. The low volatility zone will be followed by the high volatility zone. The low volatility zone will be followed by the high volatility zone, meaning that the sideways will be trending only after free. If the trend will happen only after the sideways are free, then we should get out of the low volatility level, which is the third one. When this crossover happens, then the level of plus DI will be above the critical levels of 25. 25 is such an important level that this plus DI should be above the level of 25 after doing the crossover. So if you can see these three conditions together, then you can understand that that breakout is happening or that move is happening. That one of the strongest moves you can get. In trend and in chats, let's play a little chats, then it will be easy for you. Look carefully here. Check out this setup. You will understand everything. No matter how much confusion you have, everything will go away right now. If you understand this thing here, number one, first, what was the first condition? The first condition is that if we have to take a sell trade, then minus DI. If it crosses plus DI, then where is it crosses minus D plus D? You see minus D plus D. Somewhere is doing crossover here. Somewhere is doing crossover here. So in general cases, what we used to do, generally, as I told you in the first condition, we used to sell here. But because now we need a little extra confirmation, what will we do if we need a stock that gives us a confirmed breakout? We will wait. We will not sell here immediately. The second condition I had put here is that this crossover should be above 25. So here you see this crossover is happening above 25. Another condition I put here is that when this crossover is happening, then look at the last one, this one. So this minus DI will break the previous peak of plus DI to the previous pivot. And after breaking this minus DI, it will go above the level of 25. Look here, all these conditions are being met at this place. So you will say, sir, friend, sell is easily found here. So why did we leave it here? Confirmation, confirmation, confirmation. Extra money has to be paid and this confirmation extra payment has been given here. What are the chances of this trade succeeding? 40%? What are the chances of success here? 55%. Then you tell me that you will leave the mouth of 0.5%. Will you take this trade or will you take this trade? Well, if you do not follow my channel, then you will say, sir, this one will take the trade, this one will take the right. And if you are following me, then of course you will say, sir, this one is fine for you. So look what happened here. Look back, you understand it is very important. Number one should be crossover. So the crossover we got here, crossover which is above 25. At the same time, by doing crossover, this minus DI which is 25 should go above the level and along with that which is the previous peak. The opposite of the plus DI is the previous peak of the DI. That should be a break. And where that break is happening, your trade will take place. Not at the crossover point, but at the point where it removes the previous peak, the opposite sign of DI. If anyone feels confusion, then watch the video a little back. Clarity will come. And further, we will discuss with you now and chart which will give you better clarity. Let us come next. Now, look at here. Same low volatility area. We know we have to go from low volatility area to volatility area. Number one. Number two, crossover. Now, look where the crossover was found. We got the crossover here. We got the crossover above the level of 25. And at the same time, it is very important that this plus crossover happened. This plus DI crossover happened. So what do we people want? This was the Joe peak of the Joe previous minus DI crossover. Go over it. After doing this crossover, the crossover happened here. But this peak, which is the peak of the previous D, has broken here. Then almost see the trend. These two things have happened on this lucky bean candle. Then this candle, which is it, will become the buy candle of our people. I mean, now you have to use price action. Of course, now we will see moving averages or whether any support is breaking or not. We will apply all that. But the indicator is telling us that the breakout you will get from here will be a genuine solid breakout with strength. The one who has the power to carry forward. And that is what we are seeing. See, this breakout, which is a good move, was given to us people. Then see here, we put 2 or 3 extras. Sir, why are you seeing so many conditions now? We are seeing so many conditions because we want minimum trades to be our spread. Alright, that's why we do a little wait. Next, see now you look here. Now all your conversions will be gone. Will you stay here? Quickly do this exercise, post the video, and tell me you will do it here. Crossover has arrived. This crossover has arrived. Will you do it here? But if you said yes, post this video now. Start watching the entire video back. And if you have said the name, then see, this is the right place here, which we are not doing by here. See, there are two conditions, like I said, that both the conditions should be met here. The first condition here was to meet that this crossover, which is plus D after this crossover, is not going above 25. Number one, and along with that, if you look that it did not even break the peak of the previous D. It did not even break the peak of the previous PKDI. But the crossover that happened here, my friend did the crossover here and the DI, which is went above 25. At the same time, this previous also breaks the peak of minus DI. So this one is not the correct buy signal. This one is the correct buy signal. Then you create your trend line here. Any of your patterns that you are seeing here make resistance. You will buy on breakout above it. And you will see that the move that comes, which is the speed of move after the voice candle, this next signal is very good. Strong is seen. Then if you use this filter and find that filter a little bit, then you can get a good move capture. And we've written all this stuff. Either you read it, then you will understand first. And most important thing is to go to the chart and see. I have shown you an example here that which buy you should not take, which buy you should not take, which crossover you should not take, which crossover you should not take. That is why I have shown you an example here. This is very important. We will come next time. Now, how will you book the booking position? Take the profits here long. Tell me how will you book the profit or use the trend line? There are many videos on the break of the trend line in which we have discussed profit booking. Different methods have been discussed. This is the second time you'll see it here, right? If this divergence also comes, then see this divergence here. You can see the crossover here in DI. We have taken the crossover trade here. We will buy above the resistance. Then there is divergence on DI here. If the moving average breaks, then take it. If the divergence comes, then start trailing your profit a little tightly. If he is above you, this is also a way. This was the first book. You will go and practice the first method now. I am showing the second method, which will further fine-tune this method. And now you like I told you not. We will increase the quality of trade. We will improve the quality of trade. We don't mean quantity. By quality, we mean that we will not take 10 small trades. We will take 2 or 3 big trades. We will do our job in that, right? So this is the first one. What is the part of this series is that if you say that you want to learn the complete series of ADX, then tell you by commenting below and tell me, sir, learn ADX completely. I will bring back a video for you back to back. This is just a setup. We have at least 10 to 20 such setups that would raise the level of your ADX. By the way, we have an RSI program where we have taught 20 RSI setups, 20 settings on RSI. Similarly, we have searched for SX settings, right? Then this is a strategy. Next we come. See, multi-time frame analysis to align with dominant trend. So now this means that yet when we were trading, we were looking at this DI on a single time frame and trading. We're taking signals on a single time frame. We're trading. Now we will talk about multiple time frames then. If we talk about multiple time frames, then what will we do in this? Listen carefully. See, if the dominant TI on that weekly time frame, we are using weekly, and we are using daily. Okay, now you have to use daily early and use daily early. You have to use 15 minutes early. Use 15 minutes early. That is above you. But one thing I will tell you that the lower you go the time frame, the shorter the time frame, the more the indicators will stop working. Okay, so here see what we are doing, that now we will use 2 time frames. So if you understand that we have to take a long trade, if we want to take a long trade, then what did we do for a long trade? We used to see the crossover of negative DI and positive DI. So as soon as positive DI crossed over negative DI, then a long trade was formed for us here. What will we do here? We will put another condition on the weekly chart to take a long trade. The DI that should be positive, DI that should be above. Positive DI of negative DI should be above negative DI. This means that what is the trend on the weekly chart is up. On the weekly chart is the force of the BIM, and on the daily chart is what we are. We will trade whatever setup is made. This means that we are doing the termination for the trend on the weekly chart. And what is the trigger of the trend? What is the trade? We are taking from the daily chart. Let us see an example here. So see here this. You are seeing red line, this red line, and this red line. During this entire deadline, during this entire duration, you see which trend line or which DI is dominant. You will see negative, the DI is dominant. The DI that is orange is dominant, and it means orange DI means dominant, or negative DI dominant means trend is down, means sellers are dominating sellers. More force is more push. So now if we go to the daily chart, we will only take trades with negative DI crossing down positive DI, meaning only sell side trade will be taken because here we people. What did you find here? We got a confirmation. Here we got the direction of a trend. On the hair time frame, see this now. Here you see this crossover happen. 1. Second crossover, third crossover, fourth crossover, fifth crossover. We are not taking this trade here, positive crossover. We are not taking these positive crossover trades. We are only taking trades with negative crossovers. They are taking trades. We are taking this trade here. We are taking this negative crossover trade here. We are taking another negative crossover trade here. We are taking this negative crossover trade here. We are not taking this positive crossover trade here, as it will be against the trend. On the weekly chart, brother, the trend is down. See, the same red line is here. The same red line is here. During this time, during this weekly chart, the trend was down. On the weekly chart, the trend was down. Down on weekly. So now we won't go against the daily chart nor against the weekly chart. We will make it. We will follow. For daily chart to take trades or trend, we will follow the weekly chart. For direction, we won't go against. Even if there's a buy signal here, we will avoid it. So see here, friends, this setup I just showed you, the direction of the trend I have shown you. See this is a template of our mentorship. This template we share in the master data program. See what this is here? It gives you a directional signal. The signal is that the train has gone down from here. Look back, you can see the background. What is the background? It must have turned red to the right. And after that, you see that it is neither below the price nor you start seeing orange dot, red dot, which tells you that the momentum is very, very strong towards the bottom. So what is it? This template guides you properly. Are you behind the time of your analysis? If the background is red, we will not take a long trade even by mistake. We will not try to take a long trade. After that, if you're looking at this candle, right? The candles come in 3 different colors. You are seeing a gin color, you are seeing a red color, you are seeing a blue color. So here's what this is telling you about momentum. What is the price momentum? So Master Date Program, friends, is our mentorship program. There is a 120-hour program where we do price action with you. Let's talk about momentum, i.e. RSI. Market breadth analysis is very important. Intermarket analysis, intra-market analysis, inter-asset analysis, where we talk about all these things and try to time ourselves. Market tops, market bottoms, where we have an idea that our market is going to move from here, what this market is going to continue from here. Understand the market breadth. These things explain to you. There is an intensive program of 120 hours live sessions with you, alternate weekends where we address your doubts, your queries. You get these templates, you get scanners, you get access to the community. There is a lot of brainstorming in the community, a lot of learning goes on. 120 hours, we tell you about the very intense price action momentum. There are 3 types of strategies: short-term strategy, medium-term strategy, long-term strategy. Short-term strategy, some for a week; medium strategy, some for 20-25 days; long-term strategies, as long as the momentum continues, that strategy will continue. We do it for you and you don't have to leave work for it. Many people will say that, brother, you are not from this program, nor after doing this program, you are not your own, nor should you pay the EMI of the flat. After doing this program, you should not pay the EMI of your car. After doing this program, you should not leave your job. There is no need for you to quit your job, brother. If you are working, then keep working. Right money never seems bad to anyone. It comes from anywhere. You have to earn money by working hard. This can happen later. But learn it, and I say that you can do it while doing it. There is nothing to it. Whatever work has to be done, whatever analysis has to be done, you have to do after the market closes. The market doesn't have to do anything. You don't have to sit in front of the screen. The market is just a silent arc for you to place your order. And nowadays, it is very easy to place offline market orders. When the market is not active, you can leave by placing a GTD order. Your entrances, your exits, everything. Pre-market or post-market defense. During the market, you take care of your business, boss, relax, and let the market do the work of the market. If you sit in front of the screen, nothing will change. If the market will do what the market has to do, then if you are really interested in putting in the effects, and if you are genuinely interested in learning, right? I don't give any calls here. I don't give any tips here. They give a lot. You go to them, ask them to sing. I'm not that. But again, if you are very interested, you have to apply this learning genuinely, and you're learning. There will be a mistake, sir. There is a learning cup. Everyone has to go through this learning cup. I'm not saying that I'm going to put you on the top here. There will be a mistake. You will all go through this learning cup. After that, which in this way, you will have to see these ups and downs, but this will be its time shot. If you learn something from somewhere, this time will be shot. If the loss is shot, that's why mentoring is done. So, if you have to learn, the link is in the description, the whole walkthrough video. See if he is satisfied, then you're welcome. Advice, there's no problem. You'll stay connected to YouTube comfortably, and there are many short programs apart from that. There are short programs if you want to hone your existing skills. We have a program of cryptos, a program of future options, a program of price actions, programs of RSI, that many people take those programs, learn a lot, very positive reviews. You go and see the reviews posted. Many people take small programs. They come back with small programs. Sir, we have to do master data program. If you have fun in the small program, then if you set your main end within 30 days, don't look, I have to take a big program. We will fix it within 30 days.
you will be able to upgrade its price to master data. Write about the small program, then its link is also in the description. When have a look by yourself next. See the same, how to make it long now. See here, there is a weekly chart and from this zone to this zone. Now see which was the dominant DI, the dominant DI. This one meant that the plus DI was above the minus DI. This means the weekly chart. There was buying pressure and during this time, now we will not even try by mistake that we go trend on the counter. We will not try to sell. We will not do it under any circumstances. And see next, you see this first processor has come here. We will not take the trade with first buy sale here. The seller will not take trade. Here, buy-sell trades will not be taken. And what are the rules of buying? All the rules that we have seen earlier should be above 25, belong to your opponent, should be broken, must go above 25 and maintain. All those rules will be followed here and there are other setups. These are DK's other settings which we will discuss further, but you are for that, right? The video needs to be shared. In the comments below, I have to tell you that, sir, take it forward. Let's comment right. Make a lot of comments. Only then I will take it. If not further, I will not take it. Then let us see it by creating a multi-time frame. That's how you found it in our templates. Take a look at these here. This was our tank signal. Then the machine gun signal came. And after you're seeing these dots, do you have these dots? Momentum tells you your momentum is intact. Now look at our custom moving average in the trend. The background behind it has turned green, which tells that you are the trend. So it simplifies your application, simplifies your analysis, and nothing else. A little bit of conviviality remains your build-up. This is today's episode of D plus and D minus. So I hope you guys have learned something new. In a new way, we have come up with this indicator, trying to teach you something new. So if you are confused, then watch the entire video back, take the presentation, read it. All the rules are very well written. And next week, I will come back, do something new, see something new, keep earning, keep learning, keep sharing. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, stay safe.